Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. TGINF and all that good stuff. Hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful day here in Georgia, the Atlanta area. And got my buddy Jack here right beside me. So life is good. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. Troy's here. Good morning, Troy. Happy Friday to you. Appreciate the thumbs up. Clyde's here. Good morning, Clyde. Says good morning. Another week goes by. Yeah. They go by so quick these days, I tell you. I just don't know about them. Rose here. Good morning. Lonnie's here. Good morning, Lonnie. Sean's in the house. Good morning on this wet and rainy day in Iowa. I tell you, we've got a really nice forecast. It's supposed to be high 70s. And I think there's even a one day of 80s thrown in there somewhere, all the way through election day next Tuesday. And then it's showing 60s. But this weekend got like a 20 or 30% chance of rain. So not really enough to even talk about. But just, I'm loving this fall weather. It's great. Gary Hammett's here. Good morning, Gary. Good afternoon, Kevin. Hope you're doing well. My favorite solar man is here. Good morning, Ryan. I see you saw I did my first ever short yesterday. Didn't know what I was doing, but it looks like it made it as a short. I had actually, you know me, when I want to learn how to do something, I watch YouTube videos. So I watched a few of those and I thought, it don't look like it's that bad, you know. And I don't personally like watching them a lot of times. Again, I mean, it just depends on what it is. But I thought, you know, everybody seems to like them, and YouTube says they're the hot new thing. So I figured I was out there playing on the laser, and I thought, you know what, I think I'll just take my camera, my phone, and shoot a vertical video and see if I can figure out how to do this. And like I said, I'm still not sure I did it right. I'm sure there's some things I didn't do right, but yeah, I shot that video and then stuck my phone back in my pocket. And then later that night, I thought, let's see if I can figure out how to do this. And I put it on there, and it was really longer than I wanted, but I couldn't figure out how to speed it up on my phone. There's probably a way, because I know, you know, phones these days, you can do just about anything. But I also, when I was watching the videos, researching how to do a short, they said you can do it from the computer too. So that'll probably be the better way for me to figure out, because I hate doing stuff on my phone. I can't see it that good, and my fingers hit the wrong buttons and stuff. So what I need to do, I guess, is shoot the video with my phone and then figure out how to do the rest of it from in here. But you might start seeing some shorts from old Dave. Who knows? But anyhow, let's see. Where did I leave off? Larry Galt's in the house. Good morning, Larry. Hope you're doing well. Kenneth is here. Good morning. Sean says, was that actually a short bit I saw yesterday? You beat me to it. Yeah. Yeah. The one yesterday, it was about, I don't know, 45, 50 seconds long, I think. And because I one of the things I watched, you know, when all the videos I watched about how to do a short, it says it's got to be two things. It's got to be vertical, not like this with your camera. You got to hold it vertical, and it's got to be less than 60 seconds. So, but I really, after I shot it, I really wanted to try to, instead of making it 50 seconds long, I wanted to speed it up so that it was, about half that long. But I hadn't figured that part out yet, at least on my phone. Sean says, okay, I am curious what feeds and speeds. Well, I got the thing that I cut with the short right here. This is it right here. This little Christmas ornament. I got a whole bunch of them here. This is that 1/4 inch poplar. I walked out to the shop and I had I had bought those when I was doing those cigar box guitar things. I would go buy a 36-inch by 6-inch, which is really about 5.5 inches wide, and then that would allow me to get like, I don't know, three times 2, because I could cut it, because you make them about 18 inches long, thereabouts. And so I had some oak too, but I swear that oak, it cups so bad, being a 1/4 inch. You leave it set outside, it cups. So if I can figure out how to get the stuff screwed down flat, I may have to take me another board that is flat and put some clamps so I can hold the corners down on it and get it flat, and then set that in the laser. I don't know, but the poplar tends to stay pretty flat. And I ran a whole bunch of these, and let me think. Let's see. It is, and I realized that I'm doing my feeds different than everybody else. So I'm going to try to adjust, because all the stuff I see, people put millimeters per second, and I had mine set for millimeters per minute. And the speed that I ran all this stuff with was 500 millimeters per minute, which, if you do the math, is a little over 8 millimeters per second. And the 35% for the power. And it cuts like butter. So I'm really happy. And what's cool, like if you look at this, where these little snowflake things are cut out, it cuts so well that you can even get these little tiny things out, the snowflakes. Like I got 2 of the little bitty ones. You can get those to come out without even breaking them. And then I'll just show you what I did yesterday. This is another one, a little Christmas ornament thing with a gift on it. Here's one with Santa Claus right there. Here's one with a reindeer on it. And again, if you're careful, you can get the reindeer out without breaking it. So that's so super thin there, but it comes out without breaking it. Let's see what else I got here. Here's one with a candle. Here's one with an angel. And then here's one with a candy cane. So that was my yesterday afternoon playing around. And none of these are my designs. These are actually, which Sean and anybody else out there that's got a laser, I don't know if you've thought about this, but you can get a lot of cool stuff from people that either sell or give away scroll saw patterns. Because all of these are, back when I had a scroll saw a few years back. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it. But back when I had a scroll saw, Steve Good, I'm not sure, because I haven't got on his website and just scoured through all of it, but I think that pretty much everything he has on there is a free download. Now, of course, if you're a decent person, he has a place to, do a donation. So if you're over there just getting gobs and gobs of stuff, you need to give him a donation, for crying out loud. Don't be that guy. But anyway, he's got all kinds of stuff. It's all cataloged nicely for, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day. He's got stuff where you can go over there and don't have to, because some people have a lot of stuff, but it's not organized well and not categorized, where you have to, search and search and search to try to find something you want. But you can go over there and find something um, really easy on his. So big shout out to Steve Good. He's a good guy too. I've met him in person at least once, maybe more than that. I think I've met him a couple of times at the woodworking shows back, years ago. But yeah, great scroll saw artist, and a has a ton of stuff on there. But anyway, that's what those are. Let's see here. So that's the feeds and speeds. 500 millimeters a minute and 35% power, or I think it's like 8.33 millimeters a second by still 35% power. And I don't really know what the difference is, why some people like to call it one way, but I noticed in that Facebook group that because everybody would go, oh, that's so cool, that thing you posted. What was your settings and all? And they always say, well, like 10 and 45 or something. That's how they list it, millimeters per second. And I thought, well, why am I doing it the other way? And I knew you could change it back and forth in Lightburn. So I thought, well, I guess I need to change and get used to doing it the other way. Just so I can be on the same page as everybody else. Let's see here. George says, I watched the short on accident. That was a great tease. Well, my stupid mouse, I'm going to have to get some more batteries. This thing doesn't want to click. It wasn't really meant to be a tease. I just thought I'd show something. Let's see. Kenneth says, millimeters per minute, I was told, is better for diode. Millimeters per second for CO2. I don't really understand what the difference would be. I mean, it's the same speed regardless of how you're calling it out. But unless it's because the diodes usually run with Gerbil, maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know. But I came in here last night. I got to thinking about it right before I was getting ready to go to bed. And I thought, well, let me look and see, because it looks like I must have it set at millimeters per minute. So I dug around. I'm like, oh, yeah, right here's where you change it. So I still have to change it on my laptop. And it looks like you can change it back and forth without affecting the thing, because I opened up a program that I had where I had 500. In fact, if I do it right now, let's see here. Where did I put that stuff? I'm getting too much stuff. I can't find nothing when I'm looking for it. Okay, here. Nope, I don't have none saved there. I guess they're saved on the laptop, but there was something I had. Let me go. Recent. I swear I can't see nothing. Well, yeah. So if you open something up and you had it set for millimeters per minute, which will be a big number, and then you change your setting in Lightburn, then open up that same file, it automatically, so that's what I mean. The feed is still the same speed. It's just how they're saying it. It's either 10 millimeters a second or 600 millimeters a minute, however you want to do it. But I'm going to try to switch both of mine to millimeters per second, because it seems like that's how everybody else does it. And then if I ever put anything and somebody says, hey, what are you doing? What's your settings? Just like Sean did, it'll be what everybody's used to seeing. Sean says those look so nice. Yeah, I gotta tell you, and it was just a fluke that I tried cutting poplar. It's just that I happened to have some because I used it for those fretboards for those cigar box guitars. But it does. It cuts really, really nice. I really like it. And because it's poplar is technically a hardwood, but it's a very soft hardwood. It's not a hardwood. It's not a softwood, but it's a soft hardwood. If you know what I'm saying, it's technically a hardwood, but it's not super hard. But it cuts just really sweet. Jesse's here. Good morning. Sean says, at first there were more scroll saw patterns than laser patterns. Yeah. Well, I have, I've done several shows, the hobby CNC with Dave shows and stuff like that. Those kind of live streams where I talk about if you're, just like this Christmas challenge we got coming up. If somebody needs some inspiration, go to a site that has scroll saw patterns, because you can, scroll saw patterns, some of them work pretty good on a router. If the detail is too fine that you can't cut it through like this, with a scroll saw pattern, you can still V-carve the stuff that's too fine to get through, and then you can, do the thing where you spray the lacquer on it and then paint it and then sand it off and stuff. And you can still use the scroll saw pattern on a CNC. And of course, obviously, scrolling isn't that much different than lasering, so it's they really work well with a CO2 laser. Yeah, Sean's posted. Did that come through? Yeah, that's Steve Good's website, and he's got lots of stuff over there. Okay, Sean. Okay, you already knew about it then. He used a few hits. Yeah, and like I said, Steve, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I hadn't been over to his site in a while because these I got a long time ago. But I think that he does just for the heck of it. He puts them out there and shares them with everybody and stuff like that. But I don't think he charges anything. He just asks for donations. Charles Deering, another good scroll saw artist, and he does a lot of patterns. He does a lot of really detailed stuff. But he sells his. He doesn't give them away. So, I mean, they're cheap, $5-10, something like that. But still, he's charging for his and not giving them away like Steve does. Jim Sancola's in the house. How are you, Jim? Hope you're doing well. Jesse says, what wood did I use for those ornaments? These are all quarter-inch thick poplar. And Jesse, it's nothing fancy. It's just bought it from Lowe's. Home Depot has them too. But when you go to the thing, they have the little rack where they have pieces cut up, and these were uh, what they call a quarter by 6 by 36. It would be 36 inches long, 6 inches wide, which is really 5.5, and then a quarter inch thick. And they work great. And I don't think they have anything thinner than a quarter, but I'd like to get my hands on some 1/8 inch stuff too. I have got some stuff on order. I placed an order actually from Home Depot because I went online. I kept looking on their website to see what, how they'll say what row and aisle and bay it's in, and I never could find that. And then it says you can either order and pick it up at the store, or you can order it and have it delivered. And it was free shipping. I don't know if there was a certain amount, but I bought 3 of their 10-pack things, and it's the Pure Bond quarter-inch plywood, and it's the stuff like I mentioned the other day where they cut it 12 by 19, and they sell them in packs of 10. And it's all, they sell them that size because of, all the people that have the glow forge and stuff like that. But I bought 3 of those, and they were, let's see, how much were they? They're about $40, I think, for a pack, for a 10-pack. And I bought 3 of them. So I don't know if there's a certain amount you have to buy to get free shipping or whatever, but I wasn't sure. And I kept thinking, well, they don't mention shipping. I guess I'll just put them in my cart and go through. And then if it's too much, I'll back out of it or something and have them, go back and tell them to just send them to the store, and I'll go pick them up. But no, it's free shipping, and they're supposed to be here Tuesday. So I'll let you know how that works out. But I figure I would try some of that because I'm having a lot of fun playing around with that thing, but I really don't have any good material. It's all just other than this poplar stuff, and I got enough of that to play around a couple of more days. But I got to get some stuff in here for when I do that live stream. And of course, the first one will be next Wednesday night. So if you are a channel member, you will be hopefully tuning in for that. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably where I'm going to have to go. I was on the Facebook group one day, and there was somebody that had posted, how people are, they go, where does everybody get their stuff? Who's their supplier? So there was a post where in the thread, in all the comments, people would say, oh, well, I get this from this, and here's where I get my acrylic, and here's where I get my leather. So I got my notepad, and I was writing down all those places. And then I came in here, got online, and went to each one of those websites, and then I bookmarked. I just made a little folder called Laser Supplies and bookmarked each one of those. So now I can real quickly just go and look. And, I looked at Home Depot to see what those things were. And then I went to some other places, but every single place I went to, they were sold out of stuff. So I tell you, this laser, I won't even call it a hobby. It's these, it's these folks that are buying these lasers and setting up in their garage and doing these Etsy stores and all that. It's a popular thing right now. So, all that material for these Glowforge and different CO2 lasers. It's hard for them to keep it in stock. I probably will. I'm trying to think. I know I have a Hobby Lobby, and I think I have a Michaels. I think I have both of those here. Yeah, in fact, I know I do. But that's just not a store I go to a lot. But I probably will go to Hobby Lobby and uh, check out and see if I can pick up some thinner stuff because I would like to play. Because I'm thinking, this is quarter-inch poplar, and if it cuts like butter, I can only imagine what the 1/8 stuff would cut like. So, anyway, having an absolute blast with that thing. It's I did learn something yesterday though. I had when I was setting it up, I moved it into my spot, figured out, okay, this is where it's going to reside. So let me lower the legs and try to get the machine level. Although uh it's hard to make sure you're getting the machine level because you don't really have a good flat spot to check. I mean, when I put the level on one of those covers that appears to be pretty flat, it looks like I got the whole machine level. But the machine itself doesn't have to be perfectly level anyway. It's just like a CNC. It's more important to have the bed level and um, parallel with the gantry. That's the important thing. So I had done that too. I had first leveled it up and then took like a little block and I would move the um, nozzle over to the lower left corner and bring it down and check it with that block. Then I'd move it to the back corner, and did all of that and thought I had it pretty level, but I think I may be off just enough because I've noticed that when I cut this material, it cuts like butter from the left side over to just past halfway. And then when I start getting way far out, which is the farthest, either the bed's not quite level and it's getting out of focus, or I may have to check my beam alignment again. But I went through that pretty intensive the other day, and like I said, it does cut like butter on that left 2/3 of the bed. But when I get to that far right, it looks like it's cutting good, but you go to pop it out and it's not popping out, and you turn it over and you can see the line, but it hadn't quite cut through. So still got to do some tweaking, but overall, just really loving that thing, having a blast. Gary says, check out Balsa USA. They sell basswood and thin plywood. Okay. I'm going to write that one down because I don't think that's one of them I have heard of before. Yeah. But I figure, that, like I said, all those websites I checked out, they're sold out. And I figure it's all the people that have these lasers and Etsy stores and stuff like that are going crazy buying up this material because we got Christmas coming up and they're all making stuff like this, Christmas ornaments and what have you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see Jesse saying balsa. That's what I read it as. I didn't have my glasses on. Yeah, Balls USA. Okay, yeah, but yeah, that's what I wrote down. Balsa USA. Oh well, he had it. He's got balsa right there. Oh, I see. This was Jesse saying balls. Use that. Yes, I got you. Okay. The machines of the Christmas ornaments you can cut can be done on a glue forge, but it would be interesting to see the speed difference on various machines. Well, back to YouTube University. Yeah. Let me mention this, George, just in case you're starting to get the fever and hovering around the edge of that rabbit hole. Before you fall in, let me just say, if you are interested, if you're looking and you think, well, not everybody's got room for a bigger laser. Uh, so that's one reason why the Glowforge things are popular. And a lot of people will start out with a Glowforge, you know, make a bunch of stuff and it'll pay for the Glowforge, it'll pay for itself and all that. But let me just mention this to you. As I've mentioned, I am an affiliate for OhmTech, and I have a coupon code that I can offer to people who want to use my link to purchase an OhmTech product. Well, OhmTech has just within the last week or so came out with their version of a Glowforge. It's called the Polar, Polar. So should you be looking and go, yeah, I don't want one of these bigger machines, I don't have room, or stuff like that, I'd like to just start out with one of these Glowforge type machines. And there's several of them besides Glowforge. I think Muse is one of them. I need to look up the other names and mention those too. But like I said, OhmTech has now come out with one that's, let's see, I know my time's up, but let me see if I can, show you real quickly. Let me share. I think they've got it. There it is. There it is right there. See, this is their brand new thing. So as you can see, it looks very similar to a Glowforge. It's got a real small, narrow pass-through thing there. This tray pulls out. You can do a rotary with it, although not as tall as you can with some of the bigger lasers. But that is their new thing to compete with the Glowforge. So there you go, George. If you want to check those out, and like I said, should you decide on going with something like that, because I don't know if they have the price. Let's see. I don't guess they've got a price. Maybe they do. Okay, $28.99. See, the Glowforge is a good bit more than that. And they also do financing and stuff like that. But it is a, let's see if I can, but it's basically OhmTech's version of a Glowforge. Now, the difference is the Glowforge, they have 3 different models. I think they have a basic, a plus, and then a pro or something like that. And I think their basic has a 40-watt tube, and I think it's only their pro that has a 45-watt tube. Well, this one has a 50-watt tube. And this says engraver machine with rotary, so maybe the rotary comes with that. Anyway, there's a rabbit hole for you to go down today, George. So anyway, and like I said, since I am an affiliate, I could get you a discount code off of that as well. So that's one reason why I mentioned that to you. All right, let's get out of here and get this Friday going. I'm going to go out and start warming up the shop out there so I can play around again. Still got enough of that poplar wood to keep me busy for a little while. And then when that runs out, I'll probably take a run over to Hobby Lobby or something and see see what kind of stuff they got. So anyway, y'all have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Hope you'll tune in tomorrow to the Hobby CNC with Dave show. And we'll see y'all then. Have a good one.